phone will light this candle. I mean, the one next to me. Put it underneath there. That way it don't choke me out. Pin that. I've been watching stories and videos on 3 people today. One of them got arrested. One of them got banned off TikTok. And the other one should get all of his dogs took. If he hadn't already. What up, Tiffany King? The king is in. How are you? Hey, y'all can go live with me if you want to. Just saying, the pinned comment right there. Just hit them 3 little buttons and then hit join live, and I'll accept it. You can go live with Gilman Black Line if you want to. I'm sure you guys saw my short about that kid Cole today. All this shit's just hitting my TikTok today. Like, I got swarmed with it all. I got swarmed with that fucking black sheep tiny house garbage motherfucker. And then I got dealt with that Cole kid. And then there's another one, Matt something or other, that was beating his dog with a fucking club or whatever. Yo, what the fuck is happening to the world nowadays, man? Like, I literally got blown away by that. I will say, at least the kid got arrested. Whoever burned that kid's house down probably went a little bit too far. Whoever beat his ass did justified justice. I do agree with this one guy that I saw, though. I honestly don't even think he was worth beating his ass. I think it was worth forgiving him, and I think it was worth praying for him. Because the one guy that I listened to, he actually had a really big point. That karma, that energy that he just put out into the earth through beating that dog within an inch of its life, that karmatic justice is going to come back to him so fucking hard. Like, not even joking. Even if people wouldn't have intervened, even if somebody wouldn't have jumped him as soon as he got out of lockup, even if they wouldn't have burned his house down, that bad energy. And he was in the water when he did it, which makes it 1,000 times worse. The ripple effect off of that is going to be fucking eons, man. That's like being in a transfixed mirror that's permanent on the earth, man. You literally, Cole, you put out so much bad juju for yourself. Nobody even needed to touch you, man. Nobody, seriously, nobody even needed to touch you, because the ripple effect that you did. And I always, one second. This kid named Cole Povitz or something. It's all over TikTok, man. You scroll long enough, you'll find it. Type in the kid that beat his dog on TikTok, and you'll find it. And then there's this other guy that popped up on my TikTok today. It's fucking black sheep tiny house or whatever garbage. Like, I got swarmed with a bunch of shit on TikTok today, and I got so far pulled into this rabbit hole. But honest to God, I agree with what this one guy that was reading the Bible on TikTok said. Nobody needed to touch him. Nobody needed to do anything. Nobody needed to do anything to his house. That boy put out so much negative hatred energy when he beat that dog. And he was in the water. He's going to be living with that for the rest of his life. The echoes from his actions are going to be coming back, reverberating in his life like a loud Bluetooth speaker for the rest of his life. Nobody even needed to do anything. Now, that other guy that was beating, apparently does it all the time, beating dogs with clubs, that guy, Matt, he needs further looked into because I don't think anything's been done about him yet. And then that Black Sheep dude, he got banned off of TikTok today. Thank God. I was sitting there for a while, and then I saw a post from Anonymous, and they said Black Sheep Tiny House is permanently kicked off of TikTok.
You're echoing really bad.
Uh-huh. I'm echoing really bad because you just walked out here.
No, I commented when you first went live.
Oh. Oh, you just took a screenshot too. Yeah. You can't, I don't even want to even remotely hear about anybody doing that to a dog as big as mine or as big as yours, Justin, because, like, that, you could fit your head in their mouth, man. You can straight fit your whole head. I've wrestled with Nova, and she's like a fucking tank, yo. She has flipped me off the couch, and I'm pushing close back up to 198 now. I'm this close to getting back up to 210. My goal is 210 by my birthday, which is in 14 days. But yeah, I'd love to see somebody do that with a tank, like a bulldog or a fucking Kangar hound mix. Yeah, you try that, motherfucker. Those dogs bring down bears bigger than you. I've seen it. Matter of fact, I've seen Nova's exact breed back a mountain lion off of a fucking mountainscape and it fell like 300 feet. Somebody recorded that shit. Rounds of shape. Yeah. As long as you don't walk around like an Oompa Loompa and you actually take care of yourself, man, you're doing more than the general population nowadays. Like, there's a difference between being a little fluffy and being damn. When you get to damn status, you need to fucking put the goddamn food bowl down. Just put it down. Unhook the bucket. It's like Gabriel Iglesias said. Once you get to damn status, you need to put the damn cereal away. Yes. There's a difference. I'm getting stockier again. I'm actually really happy with the way I'm filling out now that I'm not as sick anymore. But now I gotta get my I need to move away from this fucking bug zapper. Every time a bug gets zapped, it falls down in my head. For some reason, I get further back each time. There we go. What up, kill fam? But yeah, that shit hit my TikTok today in like floods, man. And I just got transfixed in watching this shit. And at one point, I flat out looked at mom and I was like, I'd love to see somebody try to do that shit to Nova and her actually register them as being foul intent because she gets fucking protective if Coda gets out of 3 feet of her fucking sight, yo. Imagine if somebody was coming at that dog and she registered it as foul intent. Go. You better get the fuck out of the way.
Or whoever the fuck that is.
Yeah. If she registered that shit as foul intent, because she's a baby right now. Okay, it'd take a lot for her to register something as foul intent. But I'll guarantee you that if somebody was to try something with me or my,
What the
I'm
hell?
talking about her, she knows I'm talking about her.
I put her in her kennel before I came out here.
You put her in her kennel before you came out? Did you put the clip on her?
No.
Well, that's probably why both of our children that are the same age, Nova's 2, Coda's 3. So they're roughly about the same age. Both of them are fucking Houdinis.
I didn't think I had to put the clip on since we were just out here, but you managed to get right the fuck out of there. Goddamn. She just poof. Jesus. Hello, Jennifer.
What up, y'all? How you doing, Jennifer? Yeah, Jennifer, we got Tiffany King up in here too. Got Lewis coming back. And we got my weird neighbor. Chat, should we stop bullying? What?
Bullying.
Who's bullying? What did I miss?
Nothing. Everybody in the chat stays good.
Ain't nobody bullying in my chat. As far as my knowledge, we were all sitting out here like family around the campfire. Well, candlefire.
Chilling by Cincinnati.
I thought we was all, yeah, what she said. I thought we was all chilling by Citronella. Don't know why you said that. There wasn't nobody bullying here. Yo, I said something about Cole. I ain't ashamed of it.
The dude that beat his dog, piece of shit.
Oh, bullying people in school, that ain't cool either. If you're getting bullied, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell my children. There's 3 chains of command in situations like that. Your teacher, your principal and psychologist or counselor, your parents. When you get to the 3rd option, and if you have me as an option, I always tell my kids the same thing I'm going to say right now. If you guys have to get to stage 3, you already know what Dad's going to tell you. If you've done both 1 and 2 and nothing was done, handle it, and I'll buy you ice cream afterwards. You don't put up with no bully. And that's the bottom line. And yeah, I ripped that off from Stone Cold. He can come out here and drink beer with me if he wants to.
I would just let you have a go potty.
Oh, it's your turn. I did it once already. Yeah, see, nobody should feel like they got nobody to turn to when you're being bullied. You see, Tiffany King, when somebody does something like that out of an action of being bullied, it's because they feel like they ain't got nobody to turn to. And even if they did turn to somebody, they probably wouldn't get took seriously. They need people to fucking tell them, yo, you're important. Don't put up with that shit. Handle it. I don't mean off the person. I mean stand up to them. Hold your ground. Yo, that shit ain't cool either about somebody's ex, because there was a girl, a young lady, not that long ago that was getting harassed by her ex, and her father pleaded for the court to not let him out because he got arrested for fucking stalking this chick and domestically hazing her. And fucking when he got out, he wound up offing her. And the dad, I feel for the dad. I probably would have handled it after that. I'd have been like, okay, I'm gonna deal with your ass. I wouldn't let nothing happen to my kids. Matter of fact, my daughter was dating a girl down at her school not that long ago. This was a real story. I did tell my daughter to do this. My daughter was dating a girl down at the school that they go to down there living with her mom. And she was black. I ain't got nothing against that. Whatever. Right? But like this girl was constantly picking and belittling and putting my daughter down, right? And then trying to control around like who she went around and shit like that, and tried to act like if she talked to her cousin, she was in trouble, or if she talked to anybody but her, she was in trouble. And I was like, Mary Ellen, that's ridiculous, yo. Fucking don't let that shit happen. You stand up to that girl and you tell her if that's the way this relationship's gonna be, you don't want it, because that's not a good relationship to have. That's somebody that's trying to control you and manipulate your life. No, don't do that. And she did. And then that girl tried to bully her in school. I told my daughter to lay her out.
She did the smart thing though. She got cornered and started recording, but somehow still got expelled for 3 days. Or suspended for 3 days.
Yo, I got girls stalking me all the time too. Yo, I feel your son's pain. They stalk me all the time. I even get stalked by a couple of lady cops too. I would too.
So guess what our daughter did?
Your girlfriend won't leave you alone. Why are you laughing at me? Don't laugh. Jennifer's laughing at me.
Guess what our daughter did?
What'd she do?
She said she had to go potty, right? So in the time it took her to say that and for me to get up and go in, she was already in the bathroom.
Good.
And then when she went back to her room, she locked her own gate. Said, I'll do it by myself.
I do have women stalking me. I have her crazy fat friend Helen that stalks me all the time.
She ain't my friend anymore.
Yeah, she ain't her friend anymore. Jessica don't like her.
Hasn't been for over a year.
And I've got a couple of other friends that she's been acquainted to stalk me. I know of 2 cops that have stalked me because it wasn't too hard to figure them out. It's whatever. It's Naomi fam. Welcome to the shit show. where we sit out here on the porch under a candle glow, sit back and forth and bullshit, talk to the fam on this YouTube built stuff.
Are you drinking chocolate?
Drinking chocolate milk with Jessica looking at me and she's gonna kill me.
That was for Coda.
No, I wasn't kidding.
Funny how it's people away from here.
Yeah, I get stalked by cops all the time. Gregory, what up? No, that never happens to me, Gregory. Hey, Tiffany. News update. I cuss all the time. I am the worst sailor's mouth. I probably know curse words that you haven't even been popped yet in your little virgin ears.
But there are some days you put sailors to shame.
Yeah, there's some days I put sailors to shame, you know. I grew up in a military family, and I watched my grandfather literally destroy a man just with his words once. It was the most entertaining thing I think I ever saw in my life. What up, Chris Pollard? What's the word? Yeah, so you know, Lewis. Yeah, I do swear like no other. I hold it back sometimes when I'm sitting out here chilling, just having a good old time, rhyming, carrying on. Hope you've been breathing good, bro. I've been thinking about you.
I had somebody come at me in my comments one time about cussing around our 3-year-old.
It's a difference between cussing around your kids and cussing around your kids and not letting them hear the words so as they know what words are good words and bad words.
Our 3-year-old checks up.
Every time I say a bad word, I look at Coda and say, Coda, that was a bad word. That was a daddy word. And she'll look at me and go, that was a daddy word. This is how we teach our children. Okay? So all the Karens that come in my comment with their little fruity fruit asses about me cussing around my children, I got you a present. Okay, hold on. It's in my pocket. Hold on. Whoa! I almost jumped away from it. I gotta hold on to it. It's a little wiry.
Our daughter
There's a
checks
difference. You gotta teach your children good words and bad words. How can they know the good words from the bad words if you don't fucking say the bad words?
I stubbed my toe and said, damn it. In front of
Yeah,
her.
I agree with what Lewis just said too. Lewis just said it's a difference too, because cussing around and not cussing at. I agree with what he just said too.
Yeah. I stubbed my toe, said, damn it. And Coda's like, Mom, that's a bad word.
Yeah,
You're right.
She said that's a mommy word.
You're right. My bad.
You told your kids they can only cuss when you stub their toe. Or when they stub their toe. Damn.
I don't care how good you're trying to be without cussing. If you stub your toe, there's going to be a choice word that comes
I'm going to be saying a little bit more than damn it if I stub my toe. Especially nowadays, because I've actually been walking around with a broken foot for the past couple of months and I didn't know.
Remember how I told you the other night I swore when I walked back into the bedroom after you left for work I broke my pinky toe? Yeah, that was what I was talking about. I couldn't even tell you what I stubbed it on. but it was behind my chair.
Your weird neighbor. He just said my dad would cuss in front of us like no other, even when we were children. And see, that's what I think is wrong. You see, we grew up, all of us 80s kids and our 70s kids. I feel like the 70s and 80s and very, very, very early 90s kids, these era of children, we are a special breed. We are the last of, I don't give a fuck. Okay? Especially when you piss us off. And the fact that the world keeps trying to come at our generations and try to get us to adapt to the commonly new way age of thinking. And they keep getting the big middle finger. I think it's pissing them off. I think we should all band together and have a cookout sometime. Get away. That would really throw a lot of people off. We'd probably get the cops called on us for fucking jamming too much. Or too loud. We'd be having our own Rumspringer.
You're bad, young lady.
Oh, yeah. Jennifer said, damn straight, I agree. Like, I was told as a kid, don't come home until the street lights come on, but where I grew up, we didn't have street lights. So, how could you judge that?
Lay down, please.
I grew up far enough back in the country where the only street light was like a mile down the road.
Dad, you wanna help with this little
What?
rat over here? She's got her blanket and she's standing up by her bed with her blanket over her head.
Well, maybe the boogeyman's in there. Maybe I gotta growl through the camera. Yo, little Missy, what's your problem?
She's wearing a blanket as a robe.
Yo, little Missy, can you hear me? Roger. Hello?
Alright.
You better lay down. It's bedtime. Do I gotta come in there and eat your belly again? She said no. I'm going to. I'm gonna come in there and eat your jelly roll. I might have your tootsies.
Dad, I'm laying down.
Well, don't make me come in there. I love you. There, settled.
Yeah,
She didn't want Daddy to come in.
Until she gets up again. You and her go back and forth all the time. That's funny.
Yeah. You know what I did to my mom one time to get back at her? I went in her pantyhose drawer and I grabbed a thing of pantyhose and I went outside. And I cut them in half, right? Where there was just two sock legs, right? And I filled the bottoms of them up with maybe about like an inch of stones. And I went outside and I'd twirl it around and throw it up in the fucking air as hard as I could. And it would go up there pretty far. And it'd be nighttime or early evening, and the bats would fly over to it and like get caught in the mesh because the mesh was so tiny that when they'd latch onto it, it'd drag them back down to the ground. And the stun from the impact would like knock them out for a minute. And then freaking, I used to put them into a bucket with holes in the lid. I collected like 10 or 15 of them one night. And I got back at my mom because my mom straight up locked us out. She straight up locked the door. I got back at my mom. I climbed in through the window with the bucket. I was maybe like 9, 10-ish. And I opened the lid to the bucket and I just started dapping on the wall. I was like, Mom, we're infested with bugs. And she jumped up and she started screaming her fucking ass off, yo. And these bats are just flying around the house. Yeah, it was fun. Got back at her. She never locked us outside.
She probably whooped that ass up.
She did whoop that ass after she told me to go catch them all. Yeah, I got her good. I was standing there in the background. I was going, Batman.
I would have whooped that ass just for that alone. I don't let you get let
Yo,
loose.
I was dying. I died for like a whole hour. I didn't even care. I got my ass whooped. It was so worth it.
You better not let bats loose in our house.
It was so worth it. You only live once. That memory will echo through long-term variations of my family line. Because my kids are going to tell that at campfires. Like, I wish I had some pantyhose right now so I could go out and guard in the parking lot where all these bats are flying around out here. I'll show you. It's fun catching a bat. Because when they wake up, if you're still holding them, when they wake up, they go, and they try to like echolocate. And it's really cool to listen to because if you hold them like right about here, like in front of you, you can hear it. But if you're like outstretched, it's a really weird sound.
Why would you hold a bat this close to your face?
Well, I mean, you get a good look at it.
Yeah, until it bites you in the nose. Claw right up the nostril.
Yeah. Yo, that logic actually works good when you're in jail too. Because they don't give you good soap. So if you get 3 soaps, when you go in, you put them all in one sock. And you tie a knot in it. And then that'll last you like a month if you do it right. But the water's recycled in there. So you have to make sure that you get good suds to wash your ass. Okay.
That's nice.
Just saying. Good technique. So, Jennifer.
Why are you singling
Just
out
letting you know.
her? Damn.
Yeah, I probably would have made history with that prank. That was back before YouTube started. Because, no, actually. That was right around when YouTube started. But I didn't know how to operate any of that shit. I just knew about watching videos. That's all I cared about. It was fun. I don't regret it. Actually, no. It wouldn't have been before. It wouldn't have been around the time of YouTube because I was like 9, 10, so that would have been 98 that I did that.
98, 99.
What up, Jack? Don't drop the soap. Yeah, no, I didn't have that problem in there. Nobody really gave me any problems while I was in. It's all about common respect. You go in there being disrespectful, and you're gonna fuck around and find out. It went okay. Come to find out, Jack, my foot is either dislocated on a part of it or it's broken. He tried popping it like 4 or 5 times, could not get it to pop. So he felt around on it and he said, my professional thing with it right now, as it sits, it's either dislocated or it's broken. So I've been walking around on a possible dislocation or break for the last 8 months. Don't start that kind of talk on the channel. I never fell off of a scooter, but I fell off a dozen and a half freaking BMX bikes. I was a BMX kid. I was always into the trick bikes. Yep. The more you fuck around, you'll find out. It's better to just be an observer and be quiet. You learn more about people that way, and it actually makes you more dangerous.
It's so dark out here.
It's to add to the mystery. Because we're in the lion's den on the candlelight. Coming into the black room. Oh, not again. Is her gate unlocked?
Doesn't matter. She can unlock it. She's just gonna sit there right now.
Well, when she gets up, let me know. And I'll go in this time.
I don't see how she needs to go. I mean,
She just went a second ago.
And I know she went.
What up, Josh?
She's up, but I'm not sure if she. Oh, she's at her gate. I hear it.
Some kid put glue in somebody's hair. That's fucked up, yo. Alright, Mom, I guess you can steal my live for a minute. You always hijacking anyway.
Hush.
You hush. I'm gonna grab them brains of yours and tell you to hush.
Sure. This guy. Play them games, win them prizes. Yep, pretty much. Okay, how's it going? It's going. Today was a better day than it was yesterday. Yesterday was hard because it was our last day with our older two. So they were in a mood all day. I was in a mood all day. Their 3-year-old sister, who doesn't understand what's happening and why they have to go, cried a lot yesterday. I was going to go live, but it was just too hard. Don't buy that in the food, you don't shit in your. I heard your ass is grass a lot as a kid. Daddy's in there getting her. You never heard your ass is grass? It's him to go to prison.
Not be in the house, bro. Nova will eat your ass.
What the hell?
There was a toad in the house.
How in the hell?
He must have hopped his ass in there. I told you, I get frogs that go in the house all the fucking time. Nobody believes me. No.
I was the one that found the one in the fridge last year. It freaked me out. I didn't know what it was. I went to go grab it, and it stretched its back legs out like spaghetti noodles. It freaked me out. The shriek that you probably heard.
How many of you other people heard about that kid Cole?
It's all over TikTok. And I hadn't heard anything about it until we were watching videos on it today. The white tree frog, was it the same one? The white tree frog?
No, it was my toady buddy, Lewis. I named my toad buddy
Why
Lewis.
did you do Lewis?
Because it's
Why?
funny to call him King Louie. Hey, King Louie.
Oh, shit, that was there again. Excuse me, young lady. Take your bed. It is bedtime.
How do you get a whole ventilator stuck in somebody's hair?
Bedtime.
I'm just catching up on these comments before I...
Well, I'm sorry. Wipe it. Wipe your nose and then go to bed. You need to. It's bedtime. You've had something to drink. You are fine. Oh, good grief.
Yeah, we just had a toad hop in my house. Oh, wow. He's still sitting on the sidewalk, same place I put him down at when I came out here. It's your turn. I went in there already. We alternate, share the workload. Like, don't fucking laugh at me. Horse's ass. If you ever kiss me and shut up. Nuh-uh. You're the one that's got the reins. I'm getting ready to saddle up, cowgirl. Listen, I'm getting ready to saddle up and ride whatever pony's in front of me. Giddy up, little doggy. Get up, little doggy. It's been a long time. Get him up, little doggy. No woman of mine. That'd be awesome, Lewis. Yo, if you do that, I would totally move to Scotland. I swear to God, we'd be buddies. That'd be awesome. I wouldn't be kilt brothers with you. Sorry, I can't rock a kilt. Even though I'm Irish, I wouldn't be able to do a kilt. It's a little bit too breezy for me, if you know what I mean. Yo, I would be happy, honestly. I'd be honestly just happy with a trailer on maybe 40 acres worth of land. Something big enough to where my dog would have plenty of room. If I ever wanted to get Coda a dirt bike, we could. if we ever wanted to go and have a shooting area with a pond retainer dirt path all the way around it, we could. You know, if I wanted to have a grown-ass man adult sandbox with Tonka toys, I could. You know, I want to be able to give my kids more than I had growing up. I know I didn't have much growing up. My mom was always working. My dad didn't really ever show interest in any of us until after we were grown, and then he was like, okay. That's where I know I'm different. I've been in my kids' lives. I fucking made it known, hey, I'm here. I'm fighting for you. I'm not going anywhere. I made it known.
Why is it?
I don't know where all these damn juke beetles are coming from. I done smacked a few of them away. Yo, you're already a lord, man. If you own your own house, you're a lord of your house. Well, actually, I take that back because some fucking Karen is going to take that and run with it. That's not what I meant it.
I know that stay-at-home mom life.
Oh, yeah.
When she goes back to school, or when she gets in
Honestly, I wish I would have had more of an army back then as I do now, because I feel like I would have been able to accomplish a little bit more if I would have documented my life from the time I left my ex-wife to now. Like, I feel like everybody would have been along with me for the ride, and y'all would have been able to see my shit show unfold. It's been one hell of a shit show. What up, Jack? What's good with you, bro? I'm just laughing at Mountain Mama's Jennifer's comment, bro.
Why is it still flipped?
She said, fuck them Karens. The man is the head of the household. There's some people that would disagree with you on that, Jennifer. I'm that type of man that I don't think that I run my household, but I do think that when I get home from working that 10-hour shift doing landscaping, I need to be able to have a wind down time, like an hour or 2 hours, to maybe take a nap or get cooled off, take a cold bath or something, and then I take over. But most of us guys that work out in the heat, we're not fucking machines, man. We can't just work out in the heat like that and come home and be willing to deal with the home life right from the jump like that.
Why lately, when you've been falling asleep, I've been letting Coda have the TV or put a movie on in her room.
Well, normally when I come home, Coda climbs up in my lap and me and her both lay there and go fuck to sleep.
She actually fell asleep on the couch today, which was...
Well, welcome on in, Jack Henderson. It's Mr. Henderson. Welcome to the party, my friend. We're just having a good old time out here. Me and Mama Cricket watching the stars and the frogs. They're jumping in my house and we're
Where was
watching
that
candles.
frog at? Because I was
He's over here now.
No, I mean when we found him in the house.
He was sitting in front of the door like he was waiting on me to open it. He must have hopped in there when I went in there with Coda. And then when I was coming back out, he must have sat in front of the door and waited for me to come back, because that's where he was. He was sat right there looking. He looked right at me. And I opened the door, and as soon as I opened it, he hopped back out.
I'm so surprised Nova didn't see it.
I am too.
And start going ape shit. Nova will eat you. Stay out of the house.
I don't pay attention to Karens. I made a song for them. I don't give a fuck what people say. They've always hated me anyway. I just sit on my porch and let shit go. Talk shit on YouTube while I watch the shit grow. Sitting out here in the moon tonight, looking at its pale blue light. Sitting out here singing on a channel.
I have a mosquito bite right there.
Well, quit lifting your neck. See you later, Josh, man. It's 11:10 p.m. That's the way it's supposed to be, Jennifer. Do what? Sad thing is, a lot of these parents nowadays want the title with no kids. Yeah, that's fucked up. Not me. I'm that one. You fuck around with my kids, you won't find out. Like, I stood up for my daughter one time against this punk ass little kid that was down in Colfax. I can't even remember his name.
Chase.
It wasn't Chase. Fucking, he would sit at the park and he would yell my daughter's name. He'd go, Marianne! And scream as loud as he could. And, like, it used to really make my daughter feel really weird, you know? So, one day I walked over there, like, right to the edge of the park, and I was like, hey, Chase, come here. And this motherfucker took off running like I was just going to strangle him. I honestly just wanted to see if he was man enough to come over here and stand in front of me so I could ask him why the fuck he's yelling my daughter's name from the park over to the front of the house. Because I was like, one, it's making her uncomfortable, and two, you're not going to do that to my daughter. And me not do something. So I'm going to try to do this most respectful way possible. And I stood right at the edge of the park and I was like, hey, Chase, come here. And this guy fucking took off running. So I was like, I fucking can't even come here and stand and talk to me like, man, don't say my daughter's name again.
This kid would peer over the fence in the backyard.
Yeah, he would peer over the fence and shit. And it was weird. All right, Tiffany. We'll see ya. See you, fam. Love you. Come on, Moth. I don't want you over here, Mothra. Stay off of me.
There's a pet moth on the candle.
Good. I'm not the boss. There's just certain things in my life that I won't tolerate, and I've made it clear to Jessica that if that's something that she can't agree to, then the door swings both ways. She can stay or she can go. I'm at the point in my life where I've accepted it one way or the other. There's certain things in my life that if that's not what you're down for, the door's open. trying to go out for the 7-year common law marriage because I doubt I'll ever be able to afford the real one. Loud truck. Your neck turns heads. Did you say that right, Jennifer?
She said, "I'm the neck that turns the head."
She's the bent neck, huh? She's going, come on. I'm just fucking with you. She's the bent neck of the family. I see where it is. I'm just saying, that's how it was written. I'm just saying it how it was written.
You're gonna get internet
I'm
smacked.
just saying it how it was written. Say it out loud, okay? You're the neck that turns heads, okay? So you're the bent neck. That would hurt after a while, actually.
You're so gonna get internet smacked.
Huh?
You're gonna get internet smacked.
You might get internet smacked. That'd be awesome.
Snack through the comments. Just a big hand going.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Can I have another? You should honestly replace the word neck with chick. Because that's where I keep getting hemmed up at. You're the neck that turns it like, are you all neck? Are you a long neck? It is a very long neck.
He wears the pants in the family. I pick him out.
There you go. Okay. No, you're a short neck.
Have you ever seen those people with no neck? It's just like chin to body. It's weird.
Like your mom used to be. Your mom's lost weight, actually.
I know, and my dad has lost weight.
I can't pick on her anymore.
She lost weight but gained a bunch of leverage. She's a Frankie with that. That's Mama Joe, though.
Yeah, I would be able to do near neck. Nope, gotta have something to chew on.
Well, I'm still for the you shaving then because that gives me scruff.
No, because when I have whiskers, you jump around because you're getting tickled. And you don't get as chafed. You're like,
I get whisker burn.
you get all giggly.
I get
You
whisker.
sound like you're in fucking high school again.
Don't act like you don't like that shit.
What?
I said, don't act like you don't like that shit.
Jesus, what are we in high school? Come on. I graduated for almost 7 years before you even cracked high school. So don't even.
Whatever.
Damn, that's weird to think about. I'm 7 years older than
You're gonna be 6 years older than me in 14 days. 15 days.
Wait a minute, what?
You're gonna be 6 years older than me in 15.
No, I'm 7 years older
Well,
than you
okay,
right
you're
now.
6
I'll
years
be
older.
8 years older than you.
No, you're 6 years older than me now. You'll be 7 years older than me.
Oh, okay. It went down because of your team shave it off. Here we go again.
Yes.
I'm still fucked up over that kid Cole, man. Like, I can't believe that I now have that burned into my brain.
I can't believe there's people on TikTok that were not defending him, but saying, I forgive you and I love you. No, fuck that. If you beat a dog, you deserve to get beat like that dog.
No. Didn't you listen to my first whole half of my live? Well, be quiet and listen. This man was standing in water. Okay, he was standing in water. What is the purpose of water? The purpose of water is to recenter your soul and clean your spirit. That's why we get baptized in it. But it's also considered a mirror. That's why people go to it to talk to God, right? Because of the reverberations off of that. People believe God can hear you. Okay? He beat that dog in the water. God heard that. The reverberations off of his karma would have been good enough. People did not need to fucking burn his house down. They did not need to jump his ass as soon as he got let go. Honest to God, if everybody just would have been like, okay, and left it alone and didn't give him any. I mean, they made a fucking song about it already. Like, if they would have just let it go and let God handle it, the karma from his actions would have came back to him anyway. Because he did it in water, yo.
What would you have done if somebody did that to Nova?
If I witnessed it, it wouldn't have lasted very long because I would have knocked his ass out and took the dog. But he would have got instant karma. He would have got instant justice. That's a difference. Nobody saw this kid do this besides a recording. Okay, so nobody had the right to jump on the bandwagon of, oh, I'm going to kick his ass now because I just saw him do that on a recording. No, fucking just leave it alone, yo.
Well, maybe his karma was getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, well, I mean, in a way, it probably was his karma, but it could have happened a different way. It could have happened like a couple months down the road after maybe somebody down the road saw the video. You know, all they had to do was put the video up and make it common knowledge. Nobody really needed to publicize it like they did.
I want to know when the video was actually taken because they were saying that.
I mean, he got locked up for it.
That was an old video.
Somebody they need to focus on is that dude, Matt. What's his name?
Something I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. He was beating his dog with a damn club.
Well, and apparently that guy actually owns a dog training company. Like, it's an actual company. So he's probably doing that to a bunch of different dogs. Just because they're not listening.
Yeah, I saw that video too, Lewis. Yeah, go watch that video, bro. I didn't tag the guy in any of my stuff because I'm not giving him publicity besides saying his name. Because he needs to know, yo, he touched a lot of hearts when he did that. And I was literally making my video about you need to watch the next dog that you try that to. Because maybe his karmatic justice would have been he would have tried it to a dog that was bigger than him. and it would have ate his face. That's my point that I was getting at with my video. You better watch what dog you pick to do that to. He's lucky it was a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, bird dog. He's lucky he did it to one of them because their mouths aren't very big. They're big enough to maybe get around your arm. That's it. Okay. Now, if you was to try that to a Great Dane-sized dog, like my dog in there, or a pit bull, where their jaw structure can unhinge to another degree and go even wider and fit around your whole fucking face, try it to one of those. Okay? Go ahead, Cole. Try it. I want to see you do it. And if that dog don't fuck you up while I'm seeing you do it physically, I'll fuck you up. That's what I'm getting at. See, Lewis knows where I'm coming from. That would have been instant karmatic justice if the dog would have reacted. But that dog was so new, and it was probably still a puppy.
You ain't gonna try that to a bigger dog.
You're not going to try that to an older, seasoned dog, okay? You're not going to do that.
Can't fight back.
I would take a bite out of crime. Sergeant McGruff. Y'all remember that? That police hound, McGruff? I don't know if he drowned the dog or not. I know he beat it within a couple inches of its life.
He beat it until it couldn't bark.
He beat it until he couldn't bark anymore, from what all the videos that we watched today said.
But it lived. It was just
It lived. Yeah, that's what she was saying earlier. I got bit by something just now, and I can't reach it. Yeah, you try that to a bigger dog. Okay, I showed y'all how big Nova's mouth was, and that wasn't even fully extended, yo. She can open that bitch clean the fuck open. That breed combination in there, in specific, that breed combination are bred to hunt, track, and take down fucking cougars and mountain lions and bears. Oh my. Yeah, facts. And I know for a fact, pit bulls are used for bears too, because of their jaw structure and power. No, he doesn't. Yeah, Nova's like my kid, man. Now, granted, I have had to tap her on her nose a couple times. One time for nipping at Coda, and then one time for knocking Coda on her ass with her jumping. But that's the only 2 times I've ever had to tap her on her nose. And it's not even a real hard tap. It's just enough that you get the dog's attention. Honestly, all you need to do is scruff their face like that. You don't even need to hit them. Just scruff their face. And that action actually triggers a sense in their nose. I don't know if you know this, but anybody that hunts might. It triggers a scent memory in their nose that goes directly to their fucking brain. That makes them register that incident just happened. So if you take your hand and you scrape down on the dog's nose like that, you don't even have to hit them. Just scrape down like that. It not only might make them yelp because it'll startle them the first couple of times you do it, but it'll also register something in the first cortex of their brain, say, hey, I need to remember this moment. And they get trained faster. Any real dog trainer will tell you that. You don't even need to hit the dog. Just take your hand and scruff the front of their face, right around their nose. And it triggers a sense right to their brain. You've got a female boxer.
Rocky was part boxer.
That is cute. If I ever got another dog besides Nova, I'd probably either get a Great Dane male so I could breed them. And then I would take that puppy that I'd get off of him, one puppy, probably a female. And I would take that puppy after it matured. I'd breed that puppy to maybe like a Rottweiler. And then maybe take a female off of that one, sell the rest of them, find them good homes. And then I'd probably take a female off of the next one. I'd probably breed. I wouldn't mind having a Norwegian Ridgeback in that combination. But I feel like I'd want to breed that into the mix before the Great Dane. Well, I'll keep my ears open, Lewis. If I hear anything, I'll send them your way, buddy.
My old dog Rocky that I used to have when I was a kid. He was pit, husky, and boxer mix. Hell of a dog.
I've been giving Nova canned mixed vegetables and Bush's baked beans mixes here lately because I still have yet to be able to go out and buy back dog food. Now, if I would have been able to find that female deer last night, not only would I have maybe saved 2 baby deers that was inside of her, if they were far enough along, maybe. I was thinking about while after I hit it, bringing it home and butchering it up so that I could make dog food out of that deer, but I didn't find it fast enough before rigor set in. Once rigor sets in, you're pretty much fucked on that deer. I was too. I was legit gonna come home, skin that motherfucker, and make dog food with it, and bake it, everything. Dice it up in little cubes, dehumidify it in the stove in there. Probably would have took me all fucking day, but Nova would have been eating good like a fat rat for a little while.
I'm glad it didn't do more damage to the truck than it did.
I'm surprised it didn't do more damage to the truck than
I
it
am
did.
too, but I'm glad.
I know it was a bummer, yo. It was pregnant. It had 2 babies inside of it. I felt them. I reached down there and felt the belly. Had 2 babies inside of it. If I would have been able to find it the night before last, I might have been able to pull them babies out of there.
We don't know how
They
pregnant
felt
she
like
was.
they were far enough along that they might have survived. I tried to find it. I was out there for like an hour and a half. So
It was dark and you didn't really have much of a flashlight. So.
I didn't do much body damage to the deer itself. It was mostly its neck.
So you had to have hit it at just the right angle that it just.
Yeah, see, I didn't pay any money for Nova. Your goat had twins? No shit. That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't pay anything for Nova. I got her for free from a lady down in Ackworth that I feel like was running a puppy mill.
I feel like we saved Nova. I don't know.
Well, cause my top done fell out. I don't feel like going back in. I'm just sitting out here without rocking my top. Cause the glue done fucking wore out while I was live again. So now I probably look more like the Walter again. You know why I haven't shaved yet? It's literally because I have a cut on the corner end of my lip over here from the last time I shaved, and it has yet to heal up. That's literally why I have not shaved. I don't want to catch it again while it's still not healed. That's my head, yo. I know I'm not far enough under that bug light no more. That's fucking. The bug light's back there. I'm missing all these comments because Jessica keeps talking. She likes to hijack my lives.
You're the one that flipped the camera.
I just flipped the camera. That's cool. I can't put lotion on the corner of my lip. That'll look awful funny, wouldn't it? Oh, okay. I see what's going on. They're having their own little world conversation right now. So I'll just sit here and enjoy the show. I'll just sit here and watch, Continue. I do look funny as shit just with my bottom end. I can still smile at you. See, all I gotta do is hold this one. Doesn't work. Oh. I'm telling you, I don't look good without a beard on. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
I look weird as shit with no beard. Thanks, Louis. I appreciate that. Every once in a while, you just gotta take it out and let it breathe for a minute because you start getting sore spots. That happens when your glue gets loose. Nah, I don't think so. I'm just an old bum from the woods, trying to make a foundation everywhere I could. Now I'm sitting out here in Baxter, rapping on YouTube. I hope I get faster. Can't come up with words fast like that, you know. So just join in and enjoy the show. I keep getting bit up. I don't think that citronella motherfucker's working no more.
Well, it's down there too.
Well, I would let it sit up here, but every time I let it sit up here, the smoke from that motherfucker takes my damn breath away.
Well, there's not really any wind tonight, so.
Yeah, true. There's no wind tonight. Zap, zap. Like a double tap tap. Why do I hear a loud or low pitched like trumpet? Do you hear that? It's not the monitor.
It's her movie starting over.
No, I hear like a low pitched, consistent trumpet sound coming from over there. Like, you all know what a fucking trumpet sounds like. This one sounds like a low pitched, long winded trumpet over there.
Right there, probably like that.
Nah, it wasn't. That wasn't that. No, I don't know who that is, Justin.
Our little escape beat probably fell asleep.
Look up Fire Marshal Bill. Apparently, I just reminded Justin of him.
Apparently,
Yeah, maybe I could start pre-chewing my food outside of my mouth. I hold both dentures and chomp chomp. Are you trying to rhyme now, Jennifer? If so, some of those lyrics are actually noticeably in somebody else's music that I know. Now only 7 people. Hey, I don't mind how many people are in my lives. I enjoy a good conversation. So people know who I am. People know that I'll sit here and I will actually engagefully talk to you as a human being. So I'm sure that when people need it, they tune in, just like you guys. You know, you guys became regulars after a while of hearing me say that, and then you like started taking advantage of it. You guys became regulars. So just saying. No, I won't get monetized that way. I actually get my shit copy stroked from YouTube. They like stroking me with a copy stamp. Be careful. That's why when I sit out here and I bullshit and I rhyme and I carry on, I try not to use other people's lyrics at all. I come up with my own, but I'll still use their rhythms, like their beats. Yeah, gotta be careful, gotta be careful. They'll zap my ass. I get too many more copy strokes, and I won't be able to go live or hang out with the Gill fam anymore. Fuck, I mean, everything else has been pretty much taken, fucking dangled in front of my face. Why not? It's a life for me. It's a life for me. Y'all know that movie? Somebody gotta know that movie. Just that song, that beat. You gotta know that movie. Don't say it, but you gotta know that movie. If you know it, just say you know it.
I know the song. I don't know the movie.
I don't know. It was a comment that was brought up in one of my lives, and it somehow linked my live to that song, which in then turn copyright me. That's the only thing I could figure out.
Did you even get copyright for the song that was actually in the live that we danced on?
No, that wasn't even the one that was in the copyright.
I know, but I'm asking because that was the only time you've ever.
I did get copyright for that one, but that wasn't the one I was talking about. I was talking about the one from before when we came out. Yeah, it's weird sometimes. I don't give a fuck what people say. They've always hated me anyway. I might just sit on my porch and try to let you go. Look at this this YouTube and watch our shit grow. I could sit on my porch all night, shoot the shit in them pale moonlights, while mama crickets all rockin' slow, watching these fans and these comments roll. I don't let Karens waste my time. They come in here all the time. I just kick them out, keep on going. Hit that subscribe button, that's the only way we're growing. Got 43,000 views last month, but only half of you showed love. I hope you tune in again, and I hope you stay. Hope you see Black Ryan as your new family. I'll just sit out here and bullshit all day. Nope, not singing it, because I'll get that motherfucker stuck in my head, Jennifer. I got pretty far with it yesterday, but I gotta give it a break. I gotta change up my rhythms sometimes so I don't fuck up the ones that I'm working on. I know that's weird, but that's how I roll.
Sing the Cricket Sloth song.
What?
Lewis said sing the Cricket Sloth song.
Cricket Sloth song.
Probably because you called me a sloth. You probably
I can't remember how that goes, Justin. Was it on Alive from the other night?
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and watch it. I sing sometimes, and I forget that I do it, and then I lose all of it.
Lewis said the other night we were teasing her about being a sloth.
I didn't call her a sloth.
Yes, you did.
It was because you're slow.
Yeah.
Not like educationally. I meant like you were physically moving slow.
Yeah, because I said I was going to get you. You said that I was too slow.
Justin, stop it. Damn it, they're both doing it now. I'm not doing it. I will turn the comments off. I swear to God. I'm not doing it.
I actually came up with a version of that song.
Don't you do it neither. It's too catchy and it gets in my head too fucking easy.
All it took was seeing it in the comments for me to start singing it in my head.
What?
I said all it took was seeing it in the comments for me to start singing it in my head.
Well, don't you do it. Jennifer's trying to encourage you. Don't do it. Think baddie things. Well, don't do that either. You're baddie enough. You're a cricket. You'll get carried away. I've been dating a lot of crickets in my life. You know, crickets, they get around. Maybe I should start dating some bats. At least they'll suck my blood, and then I'll be stuck with one for a while.
I will sink a motherfucker for trying. So you better not be dating nobody.
Are you, Buffy? Are you just doing that? I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
Well, it'd be the first time you ever fought a bitch over me. I was willing to I was willing to cut up a motherfucker when you told me all that shit that happened. Actually, I literally pulled a fucking root out of the ground and stood there. A root was my weapon of choice. I still have it. I made it into that Indian war club that I have now in the bedroom. That was my weapon of choice when I got into that situation. A fucking root. What does that tell you? Oh, yeah, you like that? While I'm mowing this lawn, she's always staring at me while I'm chugging along. She likes the way the tiger stripes are on my skeggy. She wishes that she was vibrating and riding with me. She's the only one that really wants to dance with me. Down in rodeo straight lines. Bury the hatchet. I will bury that hatchet eventually, Jennifer. You know, Indian belief is you don't bury a hatchet that's not used. Don't bury it unless it's got a soul behind it.
You don't live in those days anymore.
Just saying. I have skags at my job employment. Bad boy mowers are pretty good, depending on what model you have. Husqvarnas are pretty good. What up, Joe? How you doing, though? Welcome in. I hope you enjoy the show. Yo, guys, I just followed this guy on TikTok. I can't remember what his screen handle is, and I'm honestly scared to mention him. But he does scam caller videos, right? I'll just say that. if you guys know him, you know him. If you don't, you don't. But he does scam caller videos where he'll like call scam callers and then he'll hack their shit and make their phones and their computers start doing this weird shit. And then he'll be like, "Got you, bitch," and then they either hang up or they cuss him out. I sent him a bunch of scam numbers today that keep harassing me. Yo. 60-inch, yes. You can't go wrong with a 60-inch. If I was to start my own company, honestly, I would probably go with one stand-on 40-inch deck and one zero-turn 60-inch, and maybe invest in a push mower, a couple weed eaters, and blowers, and that would be it for a while, along with maybe a trailer. That's not bad, though. Stand-on mowers, the benefit of it is that if you're on unfamiliar terrain, but you still need to mow it, but you want to have clear vision around your entire mower, that would be a good mower to have a stand-on. Because let's face it, even if you're on a walk behind, like if you're walking behind it, you still don't have an upward angle of every orifice of them new yards to guarantee that, hey, I know I can put a zero turn on this, or it's only regulated for a stand-on because of the terrain, or you might not be able to do it with a stand-on. You might have to do it with a push mower. I think that would be my benefit of having a stand-on if I owned a company, because some yards that you get, man, when you go mow them and they're unfamiliar terrain, I always think it's better to have a stand-on so that you can get more familiar with it. You're seeing the whole entire vision of the front before you do anything. Wish these bugs would leave me alone. They keep climbing in my head, and I feel it. 10 acres, that's not bad. I wish I had 10 acres. I wish I had 1 acre. Even a 0.8 of an acre would be awesome. I'd still buy a shed and make it into a tiny home. I mean, fuck. Actually, no. I'd buy 2 sheds, make them into a tiny home, and then put the motherfuckers on stilts. Yep. Because knowing where I'd be able to maybe put that thing back in Colfax, it'd be on the flood side town. You got to plan ahead. Put it on stilts. You won't have to worry about it.
Hell, even an RV. We lived that life for a little while.
No, we can't live in an RV with kids. Did they pass a new law or something that grants airplanes to fly over unregulated space? Because we have so many airplanes that fly over our house now.
I honestly think that there's a military drop-off pickup spot somewhere in town.
I wouldn't be loading any kind of a mower into the back of a pickup truck anyway. I'd always have a trailer. Like, that's completely unsafe to try to load something like that into the back of a truck unless you're offloading and onloading onto a ramp platform that has a ramp that leads down to where you can unload and load safely. That's completely unsafe to have in the back of the truck. Because that thing could flip off of there, and zero turns are kind of heavy. fall on you, and it'd be a wrap. Lewis. Don't do it. Don't even think about thinking about doing it. Yeah, but how do you ever unload it at every property? Like, that's what I'm saying. If you were to try to do that as like a weekend warrior, how would you always guarantee you'd have a hill to unload it at? Is what I'm getting at. What up, Apex? How you doing, bro? Yo, you missed the whole entire beginning half of my live earlier. Did you see my video with me and Nova today? With the warning. I can't even remember his name now. Yeah, attention Cole. I got pulled into a rabbit hole today on TikTok. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, I got pulled into a rabbit hole on TikTok today. And it was about this kid named Cole. And apparently he beat his dog within a couple of inches of its life to where it couldn't bark anymore. And it was all over because it wasn't understanding commands to go fetch a duck. It wasn't a seasoned tracker. It wasn't a seasoned, like, I had that dog all out last season and we decoy hunted and we got this shit down. Like, it wasn't one of those things. Like, he fresh had this dog out and then beat it. He was supposedly trained. You can't train a dog first time out like that, bro. Sorry. You have to season that dog. You have to fucking work with that dog in that fashion that you want it to perform for a whole entire season, dry season. That's what you're doing, is dry training your dogs. Like, why would you even attempt that, bro? But the fact that he did that, everybody jumped his shit and was all on the I'm gonna beat up Cole bandwagon and I'm gonna burn his house down and shit like that. I'm actually with that one guy on TikTok that was like, we need to forgive him and just move on, guys, because honestly, he doesn't even deserve the clout. He's going to have to live with that the rest of his life, which is true. Because he did that in water, yo. The ripple effects of that negative energy that he put out into the atmosphere when he did that, he is biblically fucked for a while. Nobody really even had to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he fucked up. It wasn't a little fuck up. It was a big fuck up. He heard send it and he went a little too far. But I firmly believe that if you can center your soul by going to the water for a while, like going fishing, or jet skiing, or boating, or even just sitting there by the water listening to it, everybody does it across the whole United States, across the planet. That's where you go to center yourself. Okay? The fact that he did that in water, he literally, biblically fucked himself when he did that. Think about that for a minute. We get baptized in water. We use water that's blessed by priests to ward away evil spirits. use water in the Bible to wash each other's feet. Water is a very important thing biblically. Water. Okay. He did that shit in water. What up, Cameron? Yeah. I think the dog survived from what I heard, but I know it can't bark no more. Which is pretty fucked up. That's why I made that video with me and Nova today, because I was like, yo, Nova's mouth is big enough I can fit my head in her mouth. No bullshit. I would love to see a motherfucker like that try to do that with my dog. My dog would eat your face. And Pitbull would too. Pitbull would have did it right on the spot. So would a Rottie and a German Shepherd. Dogs don't take no shit, man. Dogs can quickly readjust their character to fit their owner in any way means necessary. If you suffer from seizures, that dog picks up on it. It'll start getting your scent. It'll start sitting on you to where you can't move when it starts smelling one coming, when you don't even know. Dogs can also sense different things like epilepsy. People have epileptic seizures. They also comfort people with their feelings, help people see, help deaf people. Like, dogs are always working. Why would the fuck you beat up a dog, yo? Got this bump on my head. I think I got a fever in here. All dogs go to heaven. What up, Andrew? Yeah. Like Nova, she smells my seizures before I even get close to remotely knowing one's coming. She'll smell it now, and she'll get up in my lap. She knows. She'll get right up in my lap. She does it in front of Jess now. She'll get right up on me. She won't move. The only other dog that I had like that actually did that and paid attention in that quality that I needed was Grizz, my black and tan coonhound that I had. Most beautiful black and tan coonhound I ever had in my life. Most well behaved too. I could go, and he would get right in the middle of my legs and sit down. I had him on 3 different whistles. I had him on the straight whistle. I had him on the chirper whistle. And then I had him on a real high pitched, like, screech whistle, which I can't do the screech whistle anymore because I don't have the gap in between my teeth. When I had the gap, my hillbilly gap in my original teeth, in my buckies, I could, when I had my gap, yo, I could hit a certain pitch. I swear I used to call birds praying with that motherfucker all the time. Yeah, see, dogs pick up on that stuff. I had a German Shepherd one time. Her name was Jasmine. This was when I was staying in a camper in my sister's backyard. And there was a guy that tried to break into my camper when I was at work. I was working at Harper Sanitation at the time. And my dog bit onto his arm and would not let go. Like, it got so bad that the cops got called. The cops went out there. They finally got my dog off the guy. They didn't end up hurting my dog because I was on my way home. The cop straight up asked me, "What do you want me to do with your dog?" And I said, "Is she still inside of my trailer or my little camper?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, if you've got a treat in your squad car, I'd appreciate you giving her one. I'll be there in like 15 minutes because I'm going to give her one when I get there." He laughed and then he hung up the phone. And I think they were gone by the time I got there. That sucks about your dad, man. Jack Russells are good mousers. Had a good Jack Russell one time. Her name was Bella. Also had another Jack Russell. Her name was Zoe. They were pretty good mousers. I'm about to jump back into the bottle. Cause it's almost my fucking birthday and I ought to. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, a rat is bigger than you. What you need to get is a bull terrier. Get a bull terrier. You won't have a rat problem anymore. You bull terriers are gnarly little motherfuckers, man. They're mean as fuck. When like I roll up on one down here at the church that I mow, and she does not like the mowers or the weed eaters, and she goes fucking bananas. She's legit bit onto my weed eater before because it was running, and I had to turn it off. And then as soon as she turned it off, she turns into a big ass baby, yo, and she'll roll over on her belly. She's like, "Give me scratches." So I gotta sit there and pet this damn dog for like 5 minutes before she'll get back up and walk back up on the porch so I can attempt to turn my weed eater shit back on. And if it doesn't piss her off, by the time she gets back up to the porch, she runs right back down, grabs all of that fucking weed eater, or tries to bite the mower. And I'm like, damn it, I can't mow this spot if she's going to keep doing this. Because one of these days, she's going to come at me and she's going to slide because the grass is going to be wet. And she's going to slide right under that fucking mower deck, and I ain't going to be able to stop this shit. Like, I worry about shit like that because I know that that can happen. A dog can fucking lose their footing and slide right under a mower. I've seen it with rabbits. I know it can happen to a dog. I can't tell you how many rabbits that's happened to me too. Normally, I'm pretty good about stopping in time to save a rabbit. Yeah, yeah, you know. But yeah, there's been times at the church down there where I've straight had to leave that spot for like 2, 3 weeks at a time because it seemed that I'd show up and their dog would be outside, and I'm like, I can't mow your yard. I actually got to go to work tomorrow. I'm mowing my big property, and then I'll be going back and doing mower maintenance for a minute. That's cool as shit, Jennifer. That's cool as shit. Your shepherd follows your mower. That's awesome. See, if I ever got a four wheeler and I was on a piece of land, I would hope that Nova would either ride on the back of it or uh, run alongside me.
sit there and bark at it.
She might want to get on it and ride it though, because she rides in the back of the truck all the time now. I wish I could bring my dog to my job, but she's not completely certified as a emotional support dog, so I can't technically do that right yet. I want to. I want to be able to bring her with me. I would love to. I feel like that would make me and hers bond a little bit stronger too. She'd be the company mascot. She's my Caesar dog. She knows when I'm going to go down. So if she starts barking, that's what's going down, man. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I would purposely buy a bucket of ice and fill it with water in like one of them igloo cooler things that like I got in the house, them round ones. I'd purposely fill that bitch up with cold water every morning just so that if I did take her to work with me, she was there and she had cold water every day. But I can't do that where I'm at. Not yet. I swear to God, I keep feeling shit. There's something.
Just have to do surgery on your head the other night because of an ingrown hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Nova likes ice too. I'm probably the only guy on here that has bought a snow cone for my dog. Oh yeah. I hate that, bro. When I get shit in my hair, I think it's from sitting under this fucking. Holy fuck! Look at all the bugs up there. That's it. You know, candle ain't doing fucking shit. I swear to God, I'm gonna get some torches.
I'll get the other bug zappy and go up and just.
Oh yeah, I would have had homemade dog food if I'd have been able to find that deer last night. Maybe would have had 2 new pets too, because they were fully formed. They probably died sometime late last night. She don't like apples, but she'll eat an orange. Threw her an orange one day, thinking she'd take a bite out of it and go and cough like my grandma's dog used to. Yeah, she ate that bitch like it was a nice juicy grape. Gave her a little piece of watermelon the other day. just took a bite out of it and it was like foaming. Here, Ma, you can still alive for a minute. I think the bats are done flying around now.
I got a weather thing saying it's supposed to be like 90 degrees tomorrow.
Yep, I know. But it's supposedly going to be the last hot day. What?
The thing on the wind chime is usually lit up.
It is. I can see it from here. Stay blessed, Andrew. Damn, you still ain't got no rain yet?
Yeah, we do need some kind of spray for the bugs, Jennifer. It's driving me freaking nuts.
I'm getting ready to spray the grass.
I had to actually go
And
put
coat
on
the porch,
pajama pants.
maybe.
I had to actually go put on pajama pants last night because I got tired of my legs getting ate up. Next time I try that pine salt trick, I'm gonna do
Damn,
it
y'all
right.
are in drought mode. That sucks. We're in flood mode down here. All the rivers are back up. If you're a catfisherman, better be down here in Iowa, down here at the quarry, and all the rivers leading out of Des Moines. You better be down here.
I'm talking about flash flooding in a lot of areas after those last round of storms. We got hammered.
I wonder if it's just me going out tomorrow.
I would have asked.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Lewis just said it was hot up there in Maine. I think it's the first night this week that we haven't sat out here and there ain't been no storms coming.
Another night it's just muggy.
Yeah. think I'm about ready to go in, guys. And I think we're going to lay down and watch a movie. So I will talk to you all later. Depends on if I run across any more ridiculous ass shorts. I might rip one. So be on the lookout for one last before I call it. Love you guys.